Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a 2-page layout using a couple of different collections. I am using the Beach Party collection from Close to My Heart, as well as the Summer collection from Close to My Heart as well. The colors of those two match perfectly, and so I knew I wanted to combine them. But I also have a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. It's Bella Blvd. I think it's Splash Zone, and the colors match perfectly with this layout as well. So I am kind of going to be using all three of the collections for this layout. You can see, so page 1, I'm going to have that one 4x6 photo, and then I'm going to be using a Picture My Life card kind of as my title there. It's 4x6, and I'm just going to kind of place them next to each other. But on page 2, I am going to kind of make a big square with photos. The top two are kind of, I think, progressive photos, me throwing my son into the water. And then the bottom two are kind of the same. I guess I'll call them progressive, of him jumping in and then the big splash. And so I knew I wanted those side by side, and that's the best way that I could figure out how to do that. I am going to be using this blue paper that is from just the summer. It's called 4 Seasons Summer Collection. That's what it is. And wanted to kind of use that as my main paper here. And I'm just going to have that go across the page. And quite honestly, most of the paper I used is from that 4 Seasons Summer Collection. I think this yellow paper is the only one that is the Beach Party. And I am going to cut that into a strip eventually to kind of go across the page. But I wanted to incorporate this polka dotted paper. It has kind of all the colors in it that I wanted to use. I apologize for the lighting. I know it's not the greatest. The sun doesn't always shine up here, especially in the winter. So the sun is a welcomed thing, and it just happens to shine right onto my desk in my she shed. So I apologize for that. But I do end up using that polka dotted paper kind of to fill in the rest of my background page, but then wanted kind of a barrier in between the two. So I used this bright red zip strip and added that. And I really like the way that that looks and turns out. I will go back and eventually bring in that yellow, but I did decide to use, I want to say this is probably Lagoon, and double back my photo, only because that polka dotted paper has white as its base. I wanted those photos to kind of pop out. Plus that Lagoon worked really well with the color of the pool. So I am going to then bring the yellow all the way across the page. I believe this is Honey Butter. And that one would be from the Beach Party collection. So now that I kind of have my base figured out, I am going to commit to page 2. There's not really much more I can do with the photos there. So I'm going to commit and place that down and then kind of work on page 1. I wanted to have somewhere to journal on this layout, and so I am going to bring in a 3x4 Picture My Life card there. So my parents were with me on this trip to Florida, and I ran back to our room for something, and I came back and my son had made friends with 2 probably 20-some-year-old women. And so the 2 photos on the bottom, the 2 girls were actually throwing a toy up in the air for him to jump out and catch. And so I knew that I just wanted to document his new friends that he made. You know, it's not every day that you make friends with older women. I mean, good for him, I guess. So I just thought it was too cute, too funny, and wanted to document that. So you can see that I did combine the photo and the larger picture my life card on the same piece of white paper, and then back to that same, with that same kind of lagoon color. I am then going to kind of tuck the journaling card underneath to the left there, so I can journal about that. So now it's kind of just embellishing. And I forgot, I did actually have the ephemera from that Bella Blvd collection as well. So I thought that Dive In was just absolutely perfect, and it fit so nicely in the middle of my photos on page 2. And then on page 1, there was a camera and a beach ball, and I have so little left of this sticker sheet here that I did want to try to use up what I could, what would kind of match. There's little pieces left. This is part of the sticker sheet as well. There were just some really good pool stickers. We don't have a pool up here, so really it's just whenever we go on vacation. So I kind of wanted to use all of the pool themed phrase stickers at least on this layout. So I added one, like I think it was a tab. I kind of cover up the whole tab with different embellishments on the top right of page 2. I added those sunglasses. Again, just kind of using up what I have. Yes, I have 2 sticker sheets from this. I ended up getting the scrapbooking workshop, and with the scrapbooking workshop I used up the majority of it, so that must have been the first sticker sheet that you saw where I don't have much left. So I was able to kind of sneak in some pieces. I have these hexagons left over from the scrapbooking workshop actually, and so I thought the top of page 1 just needed something extra. So I'm going to use the hexagons that were left over because the colors match perfectly. They're from the collection, and kind of add those up there. So I am going to cut that off, but then because I had hexagons in one place, I wanted to incorporate them in another kind of area as well. So I just kind of thought it would work this bottom left of page 2 as well. So I just added the leftover pieces of that hexagon there. I wanted to add something to that top. It is a little bit busy, so I just thought 2 little phrase stickers were perfect. The embellishments for the beach party collection were these little rubber shapes, and so I just scattered those throughout too. There's stars and beach balls and just lots of fun stuff. But once I'm done kind of scattering all the little bits and pieces across the page, that is going to finish off this layout. I will link below the 4 Seasons summer collection, and if the beach party collection is still available, I'll link that below too, but I don't believe it is. And if I can find the Bella Blvd splash zone, I will link that down below as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.